have on our list here is that the facilitators are going to give us feedback on the general experience of the meeting. And they are going to take 5 minutes each for the three facilitators. So that will leave us at close to 15 minutes before the meeting closes, but we'll move to the next agenda. So let me have the first facilitator who is going to take the first 5 minutes. Fumi, are you up for that?
Yeah, I'm up.
All right, thank you.
Great. Thank you, Kingsley. Thank you. Good evening, everybody.
All right, if you can hear me, you are muted.
Oh, I can hear you. I think I was unmuted. I was muted. I don't know. All right. Thank you very much, Kingsley. So, like I said earlier, we have content, people that are becoming content managers or practicing content managers, people that are becoming project managers or practicing, project managers, and then product, managers. Yeah. All right. So we had a great session, at the project management team. Or the breakout session. We had about 17, 18, but we closed out on 14, 15, I guess, at the last check, in the class. Some persons had network issues, but generally, we had about few persons that probably just signed up on the course, right? And then they are yet to get into the lessons, but pretty much, going through our conversations, they're already catching the direction and then getting so excited about, the project, right? So looking at the end of the module 2 course and the responses that I got, from the participants, at the project management team. The responses were great. I saw clearly that people have looked through the lessons, they've listened at the lessons, they've gleaned it and as much try to apply it to their daily experiences, and then the responses that were given to the module, end of the module course were quite rich. I provided suggestions and inputs, where needed, to the approach, the thinking and things that were missing to some of the responses that I got. But pretty much, I would say that students or participants are learning well, and then they are learning greatly. And then one thing I also did encourage is whatever they are currently practicing, because pretty much the most of people on the project management course are just starting project management. I think I heard somebody has done it for theoretical before, like past 10 years, but now just coming to learn this. So their expectations that are on the group, right? And then the expectations are being met, and then for those that are yet to get into the lessons, they are encouraged and then they are motivated, based on the conversations and then the feedbacks I got, they're also excited to get into the lessons and then to get on the end of the module class. In a nutshell, I would say that students are responding well, and then I'm quite proud of the progress, and then encouraging generally that no one should quit, no stopping halfway, no turning back, right? I emphasize that word in the block, just keep pushing forward until you finish it and get it through. And then not just finishing the course, as a thing, but ensure you make the most of it. Become a project manager. One of the lessons I'm sure you're going to meet at the project management students, I'd always say and emphasize, don't just be agile. Don't just do agile, be agile. Don't just do the course, be the course. Don't just do the lessons, be the lesson, in the model. So that's be my response, in a nutshell. Thank you, Kingsley.
Awesome. Thank you, Fumi. That's a good one. Don't just do the course, be the course. Thank you. I really appreciate that. So, moving to the next facilitator. Doc, are you up, or the next person should go for it? Esther, confirm that Doc have can unmute
I can hear you. I can hear you. Let Sakina go, please. Let Sakina go. I'll go third because I want to hear a response before. Right. So when I give my content response, I can then give a general response.
Okay, ma. Right. Sakina, you have the mic now.
All right, thank you so much, Kingsley. Okay, so my feedback would be the team of aspiring product managers I had were, it was very, very interactive and collaborative. I enjoyed it. I mean, I was hearing some terms I had, forgotten, not really forgotten. I apply them every day, but I've just forgotten those terms in the sense that no one really speaks agile or Kanban. We just do what works best for the organization. You just go with, okay, the structured workflow. So one of the things I would like to pinpoint to my team is I like what Mr. Bumi said about don't just, you have to be agile, don't just learn it. You have to also have the agile mindset. So agile is a mindset, and now I'm talking to the application that was supposed to be, fleshed out. Agile, in terms of technical product management, you are building the product in small, manageable pieces instead of everything at once. And one thing I wanted to point out is you guys kept, when we're talking about, oh, do you want to do Scrum or Kanban? Scrum and Kanban are agile processes. So things like flexibility and some of the terms you guys were using applies to both. The only difference with these two is that instead of, Scrum being, instead of, you guys mentioned flexibility, it applies to both. But let me give an example. You're in a kitchen, you're a chef, you're making a meal. Scrum is like, okay, the meal prep, the preparation of the meal, and the serving of the meal. Everything is in structure and everything has time. You have to prep for 2 hours. You have to prepare for another 2 hours. You have to serve in 1 hour. So it is structured and you must go through that whole process. If you're going to change anything, you must finish that process first. Then if you're going to change, you start again. But Kanban just flows. So it's like continuous, like you have a conveyor belt that is just going round and round and round. Anything that comes in, you add it in. So for your project, I would say that when you're building something as complex, as huge as a mobile application for payment, you have to know that there needs to be structure when you're making your MVP. So you go with Scrum. When you have your MVP, which is your minimum viable product, then you will now start to adapt things like Kanban in enhancing the features. So I just wanted to put that because I saw that there was a bit of back and forth and, oh no, we use Scrum, oh no, we use Kanban. It's not really that clear cut when it comes to, the real world. And the second one, so I don't take too much time, just 5 minutes, is when you were describing the Scrum team, you mentioned the product owner, the Scrum master, and the development team. But when you said the product owner, you guys might need to, flesh out what a product owner does. A product owner is the business analyst, and you are the link between the development team and the stakeholders. You are the link between the person that is coding and the person that is bringing the money. So basically, your skills as a product manager, sometimes you might need to fit into that role as well. So I think that's those are the two major feedbacks I would give right now. And also, you guys should, when you are building something for a community, instead of saying, oh, the feedback, you're a product owner, right? You must have a wholesome idea of what everything is going to be like. But at the same time, and most importantly, you must be able to break it down into pieces, into features, into high level and low level features. Because if you keep saying, oh, okay, I'll go to the community, get feedback, and sometimes that might not be your job. It might not really be your job. Your job might be to use the data that was gotten from whichever means, if you're in a big organization, to now make some decisions on the product. So you might not even be the one going to go and get the feedback. No. It might just be the feedback forms you're going to use to enhance your feature. So instead of just thinking of it in the sense of, oh, this is my role, this is my role, sometimes you need to be as fluid as possible when it comes to ensuring that my product is usable by the person I am producing it for. So I think that's my feedback for today. Thank you, guys.
All right, thank you, Sekina. Thank you for that feedback. So, Doc, you're up next.
So thank you very much, Bumi and Sekina. So I'll first give my own feedback to the content team, then I'll basically give a general thing. So first to the content team, I think the first feedback I would like to give to you is the fact that you need to how you work. I already started giving you that feedback quite level. I mean, how you work collaboratively as a team is very, very important when you're working on the project and all that. That's the first one. Now, the second feedback I have for you is um, I was telling you in the room that, because I heard a lot of, oh, let's just copy the prompts and give ChatGPT and everything like that. And in as much as we use a lot of ChatGPT internally in my team to work refine content, but you must know that ChatGPT is garbage in, garbage out. I said that already, that content has to sound like the brand. Let me put it that way. Content has to sound like the brand. So I gave feedback that in you doing maybe your content research, all those persona and all those things that I gave to you, make sure that you go and do a bit of research on an ideal brand, a human brand, like a real brand, and not just, say, let's do this is that. Like, let me just find a real person, go to Instagram, find a real brand that is similar to what scenario I've given to you in the market of the person. Let's say, for instance, I get to you in the front to say, oh, this fashion brand is this, is African, is XYZ and everything. So the first thing, if I was to do that work, would be to then take that prompt and go and say, Google, I'm looking for a fashion brand that looks like this. What brand would you recommend on Instagram? Then I go and find that this thing, look through. So I feel like a bit of research needs to go into your content, like your entire work first. Because why I see a lot of shallow content online these days is because people are very quick to not do their proper research, and they just want to churn out ChatGPT kind of stuff. And that way it will not connect. Remember that if you're a content creator and a current content creator, your work is to sell. Content marketing has become, in fact, 60% of the work of the marketing team. Every other person in the marketing team is under you as a content creator, because if the content that they're going to promote, let's say the digital marketer, doesn't resonate or connect with that audience, you will lose it. And at the base of content creation is called defining the objective of the brand you want to work for and creating a persona that suits that brand to the nearest possible way. That's the second feedback. Now, lastly, what I also want to say is, when you come back for next week's meeting, which is going to be another this thing, I believe that you can cut out the time of your planning, like significantly. First 15 minutes, make sure you present the working document together. You have discussed the prompt. I mean, you have discussed the tasks that have been given to you in such a way that, oh, this is what I think, this is what I think. Let everybody do, like, let's say 3 people, if there are 10 of you, let like 3, 4 people say, this is how I think we should approach it. 1 minute, and say, oh, okay, let's consolidate it this way. Do you understand? So at that way, in the first 5 minutes, you have consolidated how you want to approach the work, because that then helps you to move fast, and it also helps you to have depth. So please go back. That particular project I was giving to you, I would advise that in your content group, that's on Telegram, you can actually say, okay, let's try to approach this better in a collaborative way. Please, there is absolutely no way that okay, I just mentioned my team, they are a total of about 9 or 10. And on the team, there are like 3 people in marketing that are doing content or marketing creation job. Do you understand? So it is key that you think about that approach to this thing. So now, generally, I'm going to talk about, Bumi and Co. So, Bumi and Sekina, thank you very much for your feedback. And I like the fact that, Bumi, you said that there was a lot that was, there's a lot of interaction, and that is what I really like, they encourage, because when there's interaction, then ideas can be flowing. Then I liked Seki's feedback regarding, in the actual work, when you were saying I've forgotten, I just smiled. That is just the truth. When you use something for work every day, you are not really concerned about the sense. You are concerned about the work working. Do you understand? You are concerned about the work working. So it should be more about what is going to work for the work, not necessarily about methodologies. And I know I mentioned at the beginning of the program to say, see, methodologies, tools, and everything, they are just an offset of the work. The main work needs to be done. So just think through the work before you actually start doing, let's do Kanban and one thing. So thank you very much, everybody. That will be my feedback. So Kingsley, please over to you. Let the students have their own feedback.
All right, thank you, Doc. Thank you to all the facilitators. We really appreciate your feedbacks. So now it's over to the students. We are going to take 2 to 3 students to give us feedback. Sorry, 3 students to give us feedback. One student have to, each student from each group. You are going to take 2 to 4 minutes, please. So those that are going for it, please, can you use the raise hand button so that we can permit you to unmute yourself. We have 12 minutes to close this meeting. Please, so, I believe, okay, I'm not muted. So, 3 persons have to indicate themselves. I mean, the students will give us feedback. Each person representing their own course area. So, anybody, the person that is going for it should use the raise hand button so that I can unmute you.
All right, just to help, Kingsley, do you want to help the mind of the student as to what's the nature of the feedback? Is it feedback on the breakout we had, or it's general feedback, just to help their mind? Because Azizat was going to actually even speak, give a feedback, from the project management group.
Okay. It to be a general feedback based on the program so far and the learning experience so far in the program. I hope you are clear on what I said.
Oh, I heard you. I was just asking to help the mind of the student so they know the feedback you're requesting.
Yes,
Okay.
Yeah, Azizat wants to
thank
speak.
you. Good evening.
Good evening, Azizat.
My name is Azizat from the project management team. Yes, I would like to thank our facilitator, Bumi, for a job well done. And all he has been doing, even at the breakout session today, and while putting the course together, he made it very seamless to assimilate with the examples and all of that. I'd like to say thank you to him. Then I'd like to say too that I've been doing project management, but for NGOs where we have projects, initiation, and the rest of that. But I didn't get to know about the project charter, and I'm so glad that my eyes are now open to being able to do projects across various fields, the work break structure, the work breakdown structure. Bumi, am I right?
Yeah, right. I
Hello?
would have find you. Breakdown structure. You're right. I would have find
Okay.
you.
It really gives insight to having a very um detailed work, and you begin to see where you are heading up to. And as a versatile person in projects, I handle other projects in construction, you know. While we were doing that course, my mind just went back to the project that I've been doing. And I'm like, oh, if I had learned this course, I would have done some things better. And I'm very glad that I'm able to do that now. And this will also help me facilitate more and do better in all I have to do. Thank you. Zao. Okay.
All right, thank you, Azizat. So that's a project management. So who is going for the next the other two course area? Hello. We have 8 minutes for this meeting to close. Hello. Okay, I have someone. You can go ahead. Onyekwe.
Yeah. Hello, good evening, everybody.
Yeah, good evening.
Yeah, on the day of onboarding, actually, I was practically present but couldn't follow up with anything due to network issues. So I've been minding my business in the class, but it's to me, it's like today is the real day of the class. So when we got into our breakup rooms, it was a challenge for me. I didn't know where to start and whatever. And then when I tried to put up, let's do this and this, it wasn't working until when doctor came and directed us. Then it was like, wow. So I've just been sitting out here and doing nothing. So I never knew that the first step was to create the document where you post everything and people will do. And it was kind of, I'm now fine. I'm now ready for the job. Because like I would say that before now, I was not doing anything. But for today, this first step is actually an eye opener for me. And I think it's with people that I worked with today. And I just urge them that we have to start working together because I've not even met with any of them, not even by chat or whatever. So we have to come up and work together to make this a better program for us all. Thank you for all of you. What did he just say?
Thank you. Which group are you speaking
It's
for?
content creation.
All right, thank you very much for the feedback. So we have a product. Who is going for product? Can I see someone ask a
Hello.
question in the group? Yeah.
My name is Antonia from Product Management. Like I've rightly said it in the group before now, I never even knew that there'll be an avenue to just come up and talk like this. I said I never regretted coming in for this product management because my mindset was a different ball game. I was like, it's going to be all these difficult things that I might not even really want to be reading all about. But going through the context given to us, I realized it's just like an eye opener for me to know more about what product is in the reality sense of it, not just buying Coca-Cola, knowing it's a Coca-Cola, but going in depth to knowing how to bring it up. If I have an idea, how I can bring it up in form of my products and presenting it and making it a reality, just making it happen. So that's what the training and the onboarding of today has been able to make me understand. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you, Antonia. Thank you for that feedback. Thank you, everyone, for the feedback. A little for me to add to the whole feedback is that don't give up. Building a skills, it requires a lot of dedication. It requires a lot of determination. Don't give up. And whenever you feel lost, whichever part you feel lost, you can always reach out to us on the Telegram. If you want a question to be sent to your facilitators, we can arrange that through a survey form so that the question can reach to your facilitators if you're not going to be on the community meeting. But then we've come to the end of this meeting, and all be said and done, going to call the meeting to a close. I don't know if Doc still have any other thing to say.
No, I don't have any other thing to say. Thank you very much. And I'm happy with the approach of everybody that's spoken because I know how hard this can be coming from WFS, but the fact that we have the thing is, oh, it is difficult for me, but let me like already postulating that like Oyekere already said now that let's meet together as a group because I think the product team are really like Adegoke is doing a lot from there on that team to just like let's drag everybody together and let's move on and everything like that. So I would challenge the content and the project team to also maybe do the same thing because it is actually easier when you work together as a group. So thank you very much, everybody. Enjoy the rest of your week. Have a great week ahead. Bye.
All right, thank you, Doc.
Bye,
And thank
everyone.
you to our facilitators and mentors for coming. Thank you so much.
Bye.
Bye.
Looking at
Thank you,
the
Doctor.
Dr.
Bye bye to
Bye.
everyone.
Bye,
See
everyone.
you next
Thanks
time in the
for
next
coming.
class. Bye.
Thank you.
Bye. Bye, guys.
Let's
Thank
manage
you,
the-
Bumi. Thank you, Doctor. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye, everyone.
Bye, everyone. Thank you.